boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. We have Boy with Uke, and this song is called Out of Reach. Out of Reach, so Boy with Guitar in this case. Anyway, we'll do our best here with this little bigger version, 6 strings instead of 4 with Uke. But anyway, let's dive into this one. Capo on the 4th. Alright, and with that we have 5 different chords. And we have first the E minor. So that is open E, second A, second D, open G, open B, and open E. Then we go to the D. That is open D, second G, third B, and second E. C next. So that is third on A, second on D, open G, first B, and open E. G, so third on E, second on A, open D, open G, third B, and third E. And the final chord is a bar chord, it's the B7. So that's a bar chord here, placed on the 2nd fret. You bar all strings except from the last E here in the bass, so 5 strings. And then the rest will be 4th on D and 4th on B. Okay, so that's the different chords. We're going to work with one strumming pattern through the entire song. So we'll look at that now. Grab the E minor, since that is the first chord. And one strumming around is down, up, down, up. So, like that. And what I like to do here is to emphasize the second down. That gives us this certain rhythm that is for this song and many other songs, especially when you play these ukuleles. They often have this kind of rhythm going on there. So it's like this. So that means you play on the first down up, you play more on the bass strings. Then on the second down, you go down on the top strings, and then you go back up on the bass strings. So bass, bass, top, bass, 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 top, bass, bass, bass. So you emphasize this second down a little bit extra here with this top strings, or just one more fuller down stroke there than the other downs and ups. Alright, so that's how it goes. This first verse here, or the verses, goes E minor 2, D2, C4, then G4, and B7/4. That is one chord progression, and you're gonna stick with only one chord progression here in this first verse. All right, then we'll go over to the chorus. You're gonna continue the same strumming pattern. I'm gonna speak me while I'm playing because it's that simple. So we'll go with C2, G2, B7/2, then E minor 1, D1, then back to C2, G2, and B7/4. Alright, and that is the chorus. So that is one chord progression round of the chorus, and we're gonna stick with that so far for this first one. So just to summarize the chorus, C2, G2, B7/2, then there comes the E minor 1 and D1. Goes a bit faster. Then C2, G2, and B7/4. Then we'll go into the second verse. It's played in the same way, but it's twice as long as the first one. So that means 2 chord progression rounds of E minor 2, D2, C4, G4, and B7/4. So 2 rounds of that, and that's your second verse. And the same goes with the second chorus. It's twice as long as the first one we just looked at. So 2 rounds of that chord progression: C2, G2, B7/2, E minor 1, D1. Then C2, G2, and B7/4. 2 rounds of that. And that leads us to the bridge part in the lyrics, and it might be better to run away. That's where we are. So now you're just gonna play 1 down per chord. And the chords will be C, G, B7, E minor, D, then C, G, and B7. So C, G, B7, E minor, D, then C, G, and B7. All right, so only one down like that. And then after that comes an instrumental part. We can just mention it. We don't have to play it. It's pretty long. But I can just mention the chords. And of course, you're going to go back to the strumming here. So you're going to play C2, G2, B7-2, E minor 2, C2, G2, and B7-4. All right, many chords and numbers there. But you're going to play that for 2 chord progression rounds. So again, C2, G2, B7-2, E minor 2, C2, G2. So 2 rounds of all these chords. And then you're going to end with B7-4. All right, and then after this instrumental part comes the final chorus, and it's played in the same way as chorus number 2, which means 2 rounds of the chord progression. And that is Boy With Uke's Out of Reach. So pretty easy song actually, easy strumming pattern, easy chords here with the capo on the 4th fret. So it's absolutely not out of reach to get this song right. So good luck with this one, guys. If you enjoy this, please thumb up. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't yet. Love your support, guys. Until next time, play tuned.